agua y ahora vengo a por agua primero. Se me ha olvidado coger agua. Una oreja afuera. Te pongo el YouTubis. Ya estoy por aquí. Pon el YouTubis. ¿Dónde está el YouTubis? A ver. Inicio, ¿no? Igual el principal me sale, ¿no? Sí. A ver. Que todo se escuche bien. Sí. Sí. No se me acopla ahora, pero bueno, ya está. Y bueno. Ahora ya está, a ver, lo habíamos dejado. Vamos a ir a la mansión del hombre este. Vamos a hacer esto. Vale. Estamos en la mansión este de este almirante Aristóteles Wilfrid. Hallado muerto en un tubo. Tal, hay que investigar la muerte de este amigo nuestro. Este es el mayordomo. Esta es la hija. Constance. El reverendo, viejo amigo de Wilfrid, demonio del clero. Esta es un poco sospechosa. Criada de Wilfrid, antigua empleada de la familia. Es el bueno de Falti. Madame Lavinia, medio ni conocía bien a Delberta. Winslet. No, este es la gran novio. Este era tenía que poner aquí novio de la hija. Actriz supuestamente famosa. Hacerle bota de agua. Que por eso estaba coladito, creo que nuestro amigo Watson. Que era Bumple, algo así, no sé, bueno, vamos a seguir risqueando. Ambrosio. En estos casos me suele ser el mayordomo coliado con la chica, con la esta. Me suele ser el mayordomo. Aparte, el mayordomo no acudió, pero bueno, es un perezoso el mayordomo, ¿no? Sí, es perezoso, por eso va lento. Creo que por eso que es el mayordomo. Vamos a entrar en esto.
From what I recall, this door leads to the attic. Sadly, it appears to be locked at the moment.
Why do people insist on locking doors all over the place? Most inconvenient. Nobody ever considers us.
I rather imagine Guilfrey wasn't expecting to die, so probably wasn't anticipating our investigation.
Well, yes, I suppose the whole thing is rather more inconvenient for him.
Un poquito más. Bueno, vamos a seguir con esto. Aquí había gentuza. Vale, estudio. Periódico, no, periódico.
Looks like our dear friend Inspector Culver has solved another case. It seems this was an international case. He was aided by a foreign chap named Inspector Waffles.
I'd rather go for a waffle right now.
Is there any time you couldn't?
Tail. Un trofeo, a ver.
Looks like our dear friend Inspector Culver has solved another case. It seems this was an international case. He was aided by a foreign chap named Inspector Waffles.
I'd rather go for a waffle right now.
Is there any time you couldn't?
Es que... ¿Qué os voy a decir? Ah, no, es un perro, ¿no? El del juego de Inspector Waffles. Creo que es un perro.
It seems this was an international case. He was aided by a foreign chap named Inspector Waffles.
I'd rather go for a waffle right now.
Is there any time you couldn't?
Es una buena referencia, pero no sé qué es. Estuche monedas. Ah, recordad que tengo la bola.
A collection of old foreign coins. Guilfrey liked to keep them as a memento of his travels.
I had a patient pay me in foreign currency once. Gave me 1,000 something others as payment. Thought I was rich, but it turned out they were only worth half a crown.
Recuerda que tenemos el puzzle de la bola del mundo.
I think I'll leave these be. Not really cricket to go.
I mean, you've done nothing but walk around picking up things that don't belong to you since we left home this morning, but have to draw the line somewhere, what?
Oye, que no coge las joyas, o no despotriques de mí.
A diving suit, used by Gilfrey to remain out of his tube system for long periods. It looks like the helmet can be removed.
Los que hago en su interior.
I know I can carry a lot of things, but I draw the line at lugging around a big metal. A photograph from one of Gilfrey's expeditions.
Chap certainly got around a bit, didn't he?
Esto que es cuando era un bebé, ¿no?
Oh, I say, this is a bit risque.
I've never understood why mole rats are so averse to wearing clothing like any normal animal.
Bunch of exhibitionists, if you ask me.
Ya demasiado rosita le veía. Esto la bola del mundo, pero no se puede hacer nada. Doctora Expo.
Photographs from some of Gilfrey's
Chap certainly got around a bit, did
Sí, lo era.
Photographs from some of
Vale, lo mismo. Estoy como muy cerca de la pantalla, no sé, me siento que estoy muy cerca. Foto de huevo.
This must be a baby photograph of Constance.
Look at her little bow.
This appears to be a large collection of books about botany.
Plants and whatnot. How dull. Biology is much more interesting.
Opino igual.
I wonder if I can find any information about that plant we saw in the orangery. Ah, yes, here we are.
What does it say?
Apparently, that sticky fluid in the plant is a kind of resin. Mix it with a strong alkali and apply a heat source and it'll set hard as rock.
Maybe we could use that for something if we can get hold of a heat source.
Interesante.
A wire metal hanger with nothing.
Maybe his clothes are in the wash, or maybe he didn't need to wash them anyway. I mean, what with him being submerged most of the time anyway.
Might come in useful, I suppose.
Aquí no pasa nada. Uy. En el secreter este. Qué cositas,
A notepad. Looks like the top page has been torn off.
Oh, you know what this means. Quick, give me a pencil. I'm going to rub over it and reveal what was written on the torn off sheet. This is my favourite.
Here you go then.
It's working, it's working.
Let me see now. 1 dozen eggs, 1 lettuce, a quart of milk. Well done, Frank. You've uncovered an old shopping list.
Oh, how disappointing.
A small blade used for opening letters.
My God, Winklebottom, this might be it. The murder weapon.
Other than there being no blood in the water, this blade barely being sharp enough to break paper, let alone flesh, and the fact the murderer would have to dry it off and place it back in his desk after using it, rather than just taking it with him, yes, I'd say this fits the facts rather well.
Nobody likes you when you act like a blasted clever clogs, you know.
Eso es.
On top of all that, we don't even know that this is a murder yet.
Yes, you've made your point.
Con cuidadito porque él es un poco sensible. Vamos a ver. Greetings.
Greetings, good sir.
Ulysses Spode of Spode, and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
What a ludicrous collection of names that is.
Quite so, Frumple. And what part do you play in today's events?
Don't rightly know, sir. Old Gilfrey wanted me to come and observe, he said. Worried there might be a spot of bother about whatever it was he was announcing.
Legal bother, you mean?
As you say. Wouldn't tell me in advance what the whole bally palaver was all about, though.
Imagino que la herencia,
Now
¿no?
we'll never know.
Well, perhaps.
So, since I'm here anyway and the old boy has popped off, might as well sort through his paperwork and make sure everything is in order. Lots to sort out when somebody dies, you know. Especially somebody as rich as him.
We shall speak more later.
Always here if...
Aunque bueno, tendría que ser todo para la hija, ¿no?
The sign next to this
Guillermo.
light says, "Warning, do not open pressure valve when pump is powered."
Maybe just a slight turn. just to see what happens. Well, medicine is difficult, especially for a, well, you know.
From Paul.
Oh, don't worry. I'm used to that sort of reaction.
Were you invited here for this great announcement too?
Me? Oh, no, I live here. Well, not here in the house, but on the island. I worked, I suppose, for Admiral Gilfrey.
Strange, the maid didn't mention other stuff.
No, she wouldn't. People tend to forget about me, you see, Mr. Winklebottom. Sometimes I think I might as well just blend into the scenery.
What was the nature of your employment here?
You know of Gilfrey's expeditions. I helped him examine the artefacts he brought back. Cataloguing, mostly. But sometimes there'd be something more interesting.
Anything recently? Could that be what he intended to announce? Some big discovery?
No, nothing. I'm sure I would have known if there was something like that. I am sorry, Mr. Winklebottom.
What do you know of the other people in the house?
Not very much, I'm afraid. I haven't really spoken to anybody. I don't even know the staff all that well. I tried talking to the gardener earlier, but he was in a frightful temper.
You mentioned the gardener was in a bad mood. Do you know why?
Oh, well, he's always kind of grumpy, you know, but he seemed perfectly livid last time I saw him. Thought he was being given the sack, I think. Something about a vegetable patch. You should probably ask him.
Thank you, miss.
El otro jardinero se lleva todas las atenciones, Vale, tenemos aquí a la doctora Vivian Price, trabajo como investigador para Wilfred, vive en la isla. Igual tiene algún rollito con Wilfred. Vale, enfadada con Wilfred, vale, este es Fanfrey, este es el jardinero. Que nos lo presenta ya antes de verle, eso no puede ser, Abogada, spoiler, maneja los asuntos de Wilfred, vale. Este es el doctor. Vale, esto ya está todo.
This tube is part of the network of pipes Gilfrey used to get around the house.
Ingenious system.
Vale, momento que pasa que no. ¡Eh!
Oh, look,
No
this is
sé
a
querer.
map of the island.
Mira.
Let's take one of these.
Qué guasón. Es que es tan sensible este, como es con el joystick. Esto tiene que ser con un... Esto es para PC. Tiene que ser con un ratón. Con un ratón. Está muy complicado ser tan minucioso. Igual me dejo alguna cosita por ahí también.
I've already got.
Vale.
I know I can carry.
Vale, pues vamos a seguir investigando un poquito.
I'm not sure they're designed for metal, but these shears are just about managing to get through the coat.
Looks like they're jiggered now, though. Best check them away.
No.
Vale, tenemos todavía la mantequilla ahí en la cocina. A ver. ¡Quieto! Esto ya estará ardiendo. Está quemándose. Debería. Ah, no, mierda, esto no es.
I'd really rather not. I can hardly pick this up with my bare hooves. We'll need something to...
Well, what about your mane?
That's a
Empapar. No creo que sea un mapa, pero bueno, vamos a intentarlo.
no.
Es un trapito o algo, pero no... ¡Ey!
This door appears to be locked most...
Yes, quite so.
Me puedo hacer un poco de...
I have reservation. Just a...
Ugh.
No, I don't think this is... I'm really not sure what the plan...
No, pues para el otro.
I have reservation.
A ver, alguna cosita igual se me ha escapado.
I'm looking for a portable heat source of some kind. Perhaps you could oblige.
A portable heat source? I'm sure I have no idea. Perhaps Pumphrey has something in his tool shed. Though he's been in a devil of a mood these past few days.
That'll be all.
¿Y dónde está el Pumphrey este? Vale.
I say, Rumple, look, there's an imprint here. Somebody must have dropped some...
It's very obviously a key. There's no need to act so bad.
As you say, a key.
Pero es una...
Somebody must have dropped a key into the wet mud and it's left an almost perfect impression.
I wonder what is a key for.
Vale, necesitamos la mantequilla para hacer la llave. Con molde. Greetings.
Hello, my good man.
Oh, no,
Do
hello.
you mind? I have work to do. This storm is going to ruin my plants.
Perhaps you've not yet heard, but I'm afraid your master...
Oh, I've heard. And where does that leave me? That's what I want to know. Bloody inconsiderate of him it is.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Sí.
I wonder if you could help procure me some kind of portable heat source.
Procure a heat source? Look, Mush, if you want to borrow a lamp, just bloody well say so, why don't you?
Well, it's not too much trouble.
Oh, no, that's just fine and dandy. I tell you what, you wait here in the shelter while I go off in the middle of a bloody storm to find you a lamp. Wouldn't want you to go to any bother, like.
Most gracious of you, I'm sure.
Well, here you are then. Do be careful not to burn your bloody hooves on it, won't you? I'm off inside, now that I've battened down the hatches out here. Don't feel you have to follow me, like.
Never did like invert.
Nuevos invertebrados.
It's no good, we won't get anywhere in this weather. We'll have to wait...
No se puede para ningún lado.
I say, Frumple, what on earth was that?
Some kind of commotion coming from the drawer.
Quickly, we must...
¿Ves tú? ¿Qué ha pasado?
Quick, Frumple, to the orangery. Miss Gilfrey is in grave debt. Miss Gilfrey, what is it? Whatever is the matter?
Oh, Lord Winklebottom, it was terrible. A simply frightful thing.
I say, steady on. What are you talking about?
Out there, Dr. Frumple, out in the dark, it was a creature, a thing. I've never seen such a ghastly sight.
Are you sure, Miss Gilfrey? Could it perhaps have been Mr. Walters returning to his boat?
It wasn't a person, Lord Winklebottom. It wasn't an animal at all. It was wet and hairless and... Oh, God, that face! I shall never
Un
forget
humano. ¿Qué pasa aquí?
What now? Please, try to be calm, Miss Gilfrey.
Madre mía. La casa de a la cabra.
Oh, sirs, thank goodness you're here. He just burst in, soaking wet, ranting and raving about a monster.
Ah, a foul, fearsome beast! Away! Away with you!
Poor fellow looks in a bad way. Rumple?
Chap seems delusional. We should get him into bed for some rest.
Came at me out the trees.
Ah, la que estaba
a
mojada.
malign monster. Ah! 'Tis after me! 'Tis after me!
Looks like he needs a good rest.
He can use one of the beds in the servants' quarters. I'm sure Ambrose won't object.
Right then, Frumple, let's help get him into bed.
As long as I don't have to get too close, he smells like a blessed brewery.
Come on then, old chap. Right, we got the fellow settled. Should be right as rain soon.
As long as the bar guest doesn't come for him.
I say what?
Oh, never mind me, sir. Just a silly fancy.
Did you say bar guest? Like the name of this island?
It's daft, really, I suppose, but the bar guest is a ferocious monster sent to roam the island at night. He's part dog, part monster. They say that anybody who sees it will surely die soon after.
Sounds like a pretty disagreeable chap, what? That's a poppycock, mind you.
Well, one last thing, sirs, if it pleases you. In all the commotion, Madame Lavinia has misplaced a crystal ball. Says it's been stolen. Would you believe it?
Pelotillas,
Don't be
todos.
careless of her.
I've promised to keep
Sí.
an eye out for anything suspicious out here, but maybe you could go and talk to her.
Very well, we shall see.
Vale, vamos a hablar con ella, a ver qué pasa. Vamos apuntado en este. Crear usted una criatura de Sabalazar, crear usted una criatura, vive en la isla. Está enfadado, conocía bien. Tercera familia, maneja asuntos. La familia, hacer uno la vista, un museo.
I say, what's happened to your crystal ball?
Oh, it's that criminal sat in her chair over there. She's acting like she's oblivious, but look at her bill. She's clearly stolen it.
Well, that's really not on.
I even tried mentioning the Scottish play to shock it out of her, but she's deaf as a post.
The Scottish play?
The Shakespeare play. Macbeth. Actors are terrified of it. Think Shakespeare will come and eat them if it's even mentioned, or something like that.
Saquescualo. Hola, Viana, ¿cómo estás, señorita? ¿Cómo te va el día a día? ¿Qué es de su vida?
I say, what's
No,
happened?
mierda.
Oh, it's that...
Well, that's really...
I even...
This.
The Shakespeare play. Macbeth. Actor...
Thank you for your.
Se hace la sorda esta.
Madam, perhaps you.
What's that? Music hall.
daft old...
Hay que decir esto, así se asusta.
Macbeth.
The cheek! I do not have bad breath.
Well, that works.
Madam, perhaps you could return the good lady's crystal ball.
What's that? Music hall.
Daft old bird.
Macbeth.
The cheek!
Well, that works.
Enferma, no levanto cabeza. ¿Y eso qué te pasa? Y ahora estaba leyendo el primer libro de los Bridgerton, que quiero seguir con la saga y leer el tercero antes de que se estrene la tercera temporada. Muy bien, bueno, al menos tienes ahí tu
Thank you for
antídoto.
your time, madam.
What's that?
Ugh.
Tienes ahí tu pasatiempo, que bueno, eso no te lo quita nadie. ¿Y eso qué te pasa ahora que estás enfermita? Cuéntame.
This seems I'll just touch the wick to the flame, and here we are, the lamp.
Esa oscuridad para qué. No hay ningún sitio que me dijera que estaba oscuro. Frasco de medicina. Aquí de este lado, ¿qué había? A la toalla, no he dejado
This
llevármela.
might prove you.
Absolutely not. Why, if you take that, people won't be able to wash their hooves after their ablution.
Es lo que necesito para empaparme. Con medicina.
Just a swift pull.
Isn't modern science wonderful?
Tubo.
I don't wish to go right now.
Look at this. Silly beggars are put.
You know, between this and the tea.
No, eso está bien. A ver, mostrar. Resfriado de los gordos y no levanto cabeza. Bueno, tú estás todo bien. Sí, yo todo bien. No conocía el juego este, la verdad. Ha salido hace nada. Salió hace un par de semanas. La semana pasada hice directo, pues salió ese. Lo recibí ese día, creo.
I'm really not going.
Así que salió hace poquito. Pues nada, ánimo con el resfriado. Ánimo con el resfriado, pero bueno. Si es resfriado, bien. ¿El hombro qué tal? ¿Cómo lo llevas? ¿Cómo llevas la rehabilitación? ¿Ya has terminado? Vamos a visitar a este hombre.
Mr. Walters?
Vast and away with you.
Is he drunk again?
A foul beast more terrible than the kraken. Begone! Begone!
I think he might be dreaming.
Fella's gone crackers if you ask.
I should never have shot that albatross. Cursed I be. But he knocked over me pint.
Seems like he's delusional.
A ver, aquí cuidadito, que tiene que haber cositas por aquí. La cama, el juguete. Un momento. Me falta hacer este puzzle, pero este todavía no tengo las piezas para ello. Todavía no tengo el cómo hacerlo. No quería hacer esto.
You know, Frumple, I'm not sure we have all the...
Para eso tengo que ver el mapa del mundo. No, el mapa de la isla, no. Esto nada.
Now, let us have...
Just
Not in hell.
best way in my.
One would hope that...
Well, what is...
I wonder, was there some trouble between you and Gilfrey? If you don't mind me saying so, you seem a touch put out.
Put out? Put out? I'm bloody livid, mush. The old git was planning to tell me to sling my hook. I heard him saying as much.
He was going to fire you.
Too bloody right he was. I heard him talking about me to someone over the phone.
And you're sure it was about you?
Of course it was. Gone too far this time, he said. Getting out of hand, he said. Just because I like to sample the vegetable garden from time to time.
Sample?
All right, I ate the old bloody lot. I mean, I can't help it, can I? It's in my bloody nature, isn't it?
Well, plants are frightfully tasty, I think.
Exactly. You know where I'm coming from. And be honest, if it's a choice between some lovely homegrown lettuce and that slop Beryl cooks up, well, I mean, you just would, wouldn't you?
Bajo el tío. A ver. Me dieron descanso terapéutico en rehabilitación. No lo tengo muy bien, pero recuperando movilidad. Bueno, poquito a poco. Tengo que ir en octubre. Ahí me dicen si vuelvo o no. Bueno, pues con cuidadito, con cuidadito. Igual la rehabilitación era mucho y estaban forzando, así que bueno. Tienes que cuidarte a moverlo lo menos posible. Así se fija al menos.
Oh, delightful, are they? That's rich, isn't it? Delightful, he calls them, after he's been helping himself to some of my award-winning shrubbery.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, don't you indeed? Well, who else is going to reach up the top of that plant over there and have himself a munch on it? Oh, I know. It must have been the bloody sea lion, mustn't it? Yes, that'll be it. Famously long neck of sea lions.
It was just a few leaves. Barely any, really. Well, thank you for your time.
Go on then. Push off. See if I care.
Me encanta la cosa esa, el pato. Si estuviese de aquí, chillaría por el pato. Es la pata, es la hija del que ha muerto. Es una patita. Qué pelazo. Qué joyas tiene. Qué perlitas.
Goodbye for now, Miss Gilfrey.
Patitas.
I don't really want to lower. I'm really not sure what the plan. From what I've read, this stuff might be useful. However, I will need something to pick it up with. Right then, I'll collect a quantity of sap in the empty box.
Bien.
I once knew a chap who was killed.
Bueno, voy a coger cositas, vale. Vale. Esto antes, ¿dónde hemos visto el que decía algo de la plantita esta?
A relic of the great.
I say, that axe he's carrying would do you a real mischief if you...
Pobrecito. A ver, jaja, oh my god, espera, es que es tipo de resolver asesinatos. Este juego, sí, claro. Es en plan, es una copia bueno, es una copia de Sherlock Holmes. Es que está con el monóculo y todo. Y Watson. Y el Guasón, claro. Hombre, yo solo subo juegos de calidad, Viana. Faltaría más. Me enamoré. ¿Dónde puedo ver las plantas estas? Claro. Aquí se ve un asesinato. Asesinato. Esto es mortal. No lo puedo coger.
Looks like our dear friend.
I'd rather go for...
Is there a... I think I'll leave.
I mean, you've done...
Mister, siempre me enseñas lo mejor de lo mejor. Claro, hombre, es que esa es la actitud, Diana, esa es la
From what I
actitud.
recall, this door leads to the attic, sadly.
Why do people insist on locking doors all over?
I rather imagine Gilfrey wasn't expecting to die, so probably wasn't anticipating our...
Well, yes, I suppose the whole...
Pero habíamos el tema de las... Voy a despedirlo. Devuelvo el huerto por accidente. Joder. Parece que, pero no le iba a despedir. No era para el mensaje ese. A ver. Entonces tendría... Puedo ir fuera. Con el farolillo. Porque aquí no, aquí necesito algo...
Let's pour this sap into the imprint of the key. Yes, that's filled it nicely. A key-shaped hole filled with sap from a plant.
We do live a strange life, Winkle.
Bueno, pero cógela, ¿no?
A key-shaped hole filled with sap from a plant.
We do live a strange life, Winklebottom.
¿No la coges?
I'd really rather not. A key-shaped hole filled with sap from a plant.
We do live a strange life, Winklebottom.
I'm really not sure, but...
Hombre, ya tengo igual es el plan. O sea, que había que calentarlo, ¿no? Igual.
I need to mix in some alkali before heating this.
Alcalí.
I need to mix in some alkali before heating this.
Ya que es alcalí. Alcalino térreo. Sí, sí, todo bien, trabajo bien. Cansado, pero bien. Lo de siempre. ¿Qué te voy a contar ya que no sepas? Cansado, con sueño, tengo mucho sueño. Estoy muy cansado, pero bueno. Es lo que tiene la vida. Nada. Ese gran pero del trabajo que no... El sueño es un caos.
Thank you for your time. Dame Sigurð's haberdashery bag. This seems unlikely.
Con un cuchillo.
This seems unlikely to be effective.
Yo, muchas gracias, Fiona. Yo también te envío todo mi amor. Sí, sí, sí. Más se hace la sorda la señora esa, ¿eh? Esa señora se hace la sorda. Esto no va a hablar más, ¿no? No.
That'll be all for now.
Pero no conozco todavía. El mayordomo es un perezoso y todavía no lo conozco.
Ugh, this bed.
Looks like some kind of slime or...
I'd really rather not. This looks like a...
Bit of an old thing to keep...
Parece que nada por aquí. Es que el alcalí lo leí en algún lado, pero no sé dónde. Vamos a hablar con ellos a ver si me dicen algo nuevo alguno de ellos. No.
Well, thank you.
El reverendo, el gatete. Este gatete es el nombre de la patita.
Thank you.
Aquí está el pobre.
Oh, just look at him, Frumple.
El ajolote, ¿no?
If we can get him out, I'll determine...
El ajolote. A ver. Y...
Nothing to be done for the poor fellow
Michi,
until we can
sí.
drain the water, I fear.
We shall have to get him out of there if I'm to do an autopsy. I'm very well determined.
Pajaroto.
Ah, this chap is Lord Malcolm Schmidt. I've met him in a house.
Looks mo...
Generally, yes.
Alcalí, mezclarlo con alcalí. No.
Now, let us...
Oh, just some...
Not inherent.
Best way in my...
One would hope that you would...
Foto naval, foto nupcial. Madura. Es que tengo varios objetos, pero de momento no sé dónde utilizarlos. Y esto encarna, este por ejemplo es el Robin, este es el ladrón. Tiene
From what I
guiñitos.
recall, this...
Oh, I do...
I rather imagine...
Well, yeah.
Tiene guiñitos a cositas.
I wonder if I can find any information about that plant.
What does it say?
Apparently, that sticky fluid in the plant is a kind of resin. Mix it with a strong alkali and apply a heat source and it'll set hard as rock.
Maybe we could use that for something if we can get hold of a heat source.
Alcalí. Tengo que ir a
I
los libros
wonder
de
if I can
abajo.
find any...
What does it say?
Apparently, that sticky fluid in the plant is a kind of resin. Mix it with a strong alkali and apply a heat source and it'll set hard as rock.
Maybe we could use that for something if we can get hold of a heat source.
La mantequilla la necesitamos para algo, la mantequilla, eso está claro.
The sign next to this light says, "Warning."
Maybe just a slight turn.
No. I know I can carry...
Vale. Ahora voy a intentar cogerlo de la cocina. Es idéntico a Nico, tiene sus ojos amarillos y todo. A ver, esto ya está Nico en el juego ya. Lo han hecho por ti, bien, lo han hecho por y para ti, únicamente.
This seems nice and hot now, but I'm not really sure.
Pues apaga el fuego.
A nice hot fire.
Sí, sí, lo sé que es muy agradable, pero...
At least we know we can make more tea.
Oh, that's a relief. I feel like I've been...
This seems nice and hot. This seems nice and hot now, but I'm not really...
A lo quieres empapar en algo, pero...
This seems nice and hot.
Bueno, eso ya está. Eso sí.
I can hardly pick this up with my bare hooves. We'll need something to soak it...
Well, what about your mane?
That's a dis... A bowl of fruit. You know what they say, Frumple. An apple a day...
Ah,
Well, doesn't seem to...
qué chiste más malo. Chiste muy malo ese.
Just some odds and ends.
Ese chiste es muy muy malo. Porque eres doctor. Entonces no mantiene al doctor alejado.
Just some... Nothing of interest. Nothing else.
A ver si puedo liscar algo por aquí. La puerta de atrás está cerrada. Huequito. Aquí no estaba la mantequilla, pero... Ya no lo puedo llevar en nada.
I have reservation. This seems unlikely. No.
Vale, esto lo he conseguido con las tijeras, alambres de la percha. Pues yo lo utilizaría para abrir la puerta. Pero no, no es tan... No es tan hacker. Eso es como Watson, eso es. Exactamente así es. Claro, nos mandan una invitación a una isla desierta, a una isla abandonada. Justamente llegamos y el anfitrión muere. Y va a dar un mensaje importante. No sabemos qué es, hay invitados en la casa. Se parece mucho al juego este que jugamos pues como Agatha Christie. Que es el de como Sherlock Holmes. Que es el de The Final Hours o de Last... No me acuerdo cómo se llamaba el juego este. El de Tesla. Te mola. Son de estos jueguitos típicos. Sí, eso iba a decir, es que es igualito, te mandan a una de eso, ¿ves? Este está con la taza de té, este con el monóculo. Vale, la carnívora.
That book we read told us that the sap in this plant could be hardened into a resin with the application of heat and alkali. I once knew a chap who was killed after... I really am awfully embarrassed about this.
Well, what?
Well, thank you for...
Go on then.
Pues ahora no sé qué tengo que hacer, Y tenemos aquí la taza de té. Aquí arriba está el libro, encima de mi cabeza, aquí está el libro de los personajes. Y al lado está la taza de Watson para pedirle un consejito, un truquillo, una pistilla. A ver esto.
Various works of fiction. These are most likely Ethelberta's.
Oh, Shakespeare. The
Sex
masters
collar.
made us read it at school, toted old rot. Don't...
I say, Frumple, there's a copy of the play Madame Lavinia mentioned here. Macbeth.
Ah,
A collection.
Oh, look, they have Sands of the Sea featuring periwinkle flange and the crustaceans.
pues Marina Callas, en vez de María
I think I'll
Callas.
stick to the...
En vez de María Callas, Marina Callas.
A collection of books. Nothing...
Vale. Pero si... ¿Lo hemos cogido o no?
You know, this might just...
Just as long as you don't fall.
Ahora. Y el alcalí será la bola, imagino. Ya cuando he visto que el libro de arriba tenía cositas, te he dicho, imagino, tenemos que ir a olisquear los otros libros.
I say, madam, I have a play here that might interest
Qué
you.
cruel.
The Scottish play. Get away from me. Away.
Ahí está.
Thank you so much for getting my crystal ball back. I will let Beryl know that she needn't stand guard any longer.
Don't mention it, madam. A roaring hot fire, very... Thank you.
What's that?
I believe these are used to see into the future. Rather a pity.
No, old boy, that's just your monocle steaming up because of the heat from the fire.
Oh, then we probably should...
Vale.
Thank you for your time.
Entonces montar guardia, imagino que sea a la señora esta, ¿no? A la cabra. ¿Sí, no? ¿O cómo ha dicho el nombre?
That'll be all for...
No, a ver.
Another fine piece of artwork from Gilfrey's collection.
Pues nada, otro juego apuntado, eso es. Mira, madre mía con la señora. Señora, no queme literatura, eso es. Alpaca, hay una alpaca. Vamos, las llamas y las alpacas. Aunque te escupen, ¿eh? Son traicioneras. Berta. ¿Ha dicho Beryl o ha dicho el otro? Bro, si no lo conocemos. Va, a ver si nos tiene que haber desbloqueado algo. No puede ser un suceso sin más, lo del libro y tal.
Well, what?
No, pues no nos ha desbloqueado nada de momento.
Well, thank you.
Go on then.
Pues puede haber dado algo, ¿no?
Goodbye for now.
Voy a decirle a no sé quién que deje de montar guardia. Creo que era la Beryl, la ha hecho Beowulf o algo así. No me suena haber leído. Fanfrey no. Creo que era la Beryl esta. Sí, puede ser Beryl, sí. Tiene que ser Beryl. Pero no se ha desbloqueado nada. Quita, no. Has leído la pista.
A roaring hot...
No puede dar algo a esta mujer.
I suppose a tiny nibble wouldn't hurt.
Ah.
Careful, old thing, you'll get your head stuck in that vase.
I say you're right. Yes, my head goes all the way.
Joder, macho.
There's nothing left to eat in this vase.
You're addicted.
A long, round glass vase.
Don't go sticking your head in there again. Wouldn't want to get...
I believe these are used to see into the future.
No, old boy.
Oh, then we probably shan't.
Es que está complicado atinarle con el joystick, a las cosas.
Thank you for...
¿Y por qué no puedo cogerlo? Cógelo, niño.
There's nothing left to eat in this vase.
You're addicted, man.
O sea, de vez en cuando se pone a devorar.
I'd really rather...
No.
I'm really not sure what the plan is.
Mi cuchillo.
No. If I turn the hands, I can make the clock chime. A fine-looking grandfather clock, though it appears to be stopped currently. I suppose nobody has wound it.
My third cousin had one of these. I used to mess around with the hands to hear the cuckoo going off.
Are you sure that's not a cuckoo clock you're thinking of?
No, my third cousin is a cuckoo and he really hates me messing around with...
Cierto. Pero ha sonado, pero...
If I turn the hands, I can make... If I turn that...
No veo que pase nada de momento aquí, por lo menos. Parece que se van desbloqueando cositas dentro de cada sala según va avanzando el juego. Entonces como que hay que volver a olisquear. Por suerte no hay gran cosa. O sea, no hay muchas salas, entonces podemos olisquear tranquilamente. Pero... no. Mira, esto es Beethoven, ¿ves? Mira. El gran compositor. Un experto en rodar. Y este es César.
A bust of the great Caesar. Gilfrey was most interested in ancient history.
Good grief, look at his eyes. They look even more soulless than the real...
What is it with you and primates, Frumple?
¿Qué tienen que otros madres? Este es César por el ave César y por el emperador y por César el de los... el del planeta de los simios. Y este es Beethoven por el perro y por el compositor. Tiene un poco de morcilla, sí, un poco malo, pero un morcilla al fin y al cabo. Y este dicen que era un buen perro, good boy, good boy. Era un buen rey.
This is a portrait of King Alec, a most popular monarch in his day.
Oh, indeed so. A very good old boy, as I understand it.
Quite so, Frumple. A good boy indeed.
Buen chico, como se llaman los perretes.
I'm really not going to check all those bedrooms again.
¿Pero por qué no? Yo quiero ir.
No, I don't think this is...
Y aquí no me deja hacer nada, no me deja llevarme esto para que empape.
This might prove useful.
Absolutely not. Why, if you take that, people won't be able to wash their hooves after they're...
Y es lo que necesito eso. Para que empape.
Part of Gilfrey's pipe network. This one
looks like great fun. Would be better with a...
Está por diferentes tamaños. Aquí no hay más, ¿no? Intento moverlo para ver si hay alguna cosita. La cisterna, ok.
I don't wish to go...
Diferentes tapas. Pero nada más. Esto qué guay. Está muy chulo, está muy chulo. Hay muchos gatetes por ahí. Los gatetes siempre puestos de importancia.
No, I don't think... I have reservations. I'd really rather... I have
Y de esto no puedo coger nada, ¿no? No. De momento por lo menos no. Muy buenas, Eva Lizalde, ¿cómo estás? Yo estoy bien. Viana va ahí tirandillo.
One of those newfangled
Pero
gramophones.
bien, leyendo los Bridgerton. Esta romanticada, si es que no tiene remedio. Claro, pero en las estas del mundo no.
A curious box. Oddly, it seems to be fixed in place. It appears, however, that parts of the map itself might actually move.
Pero es que tampoco dice... Es que tampoco dice nada al respecto de esto. A ver.
I'd really rather not.
Sé que se pueden pulsar. Es que todas de lo mismo. Por oído no va. Arabia también, deja. México. Creo que son solo un país. Esto no lo tienen que dar el mapa o algo. No puede ser así porque sí.
You know, Thrumple, I'm not sure we have all the information we need to crack.
Eso es, eso es.
A sporting trophy won by Guilford.
Won a few sporting trophies myself in my youth, you know. Came second in the old boys egg and spoon race back at the old academy. They let me keep the spoon.
An award for Amphibian of the Year. A finer amphibian you could never hope to meet, eh, Thrumple?
A ver, sí, tirando. ¿Tú qué tal? Soy muy romántica, eh. Eso tampoco tiene remedios, señorico mister. Bueno, se habrá que preguntárselo a Daki. Pero sí, se te ve romántica. Con tus Bridgerton esos. Madre mía. Bien, recién levantado. Espero que descansases bien, Seba. Ya con el mate como buen uruguayo. Con un matecito. Pues que aproveche el mate. Aquí en vez de mate es café. Hey.
A cactus covered.
I'm keeping well away. Got a dreadful phobia of needles, don't you know?
Doesn't that rather interfere with your...
Not at all. I just close my eyes when I use them, that's all. It's very common fear, you know. Most of my patients scream when...
Pero coja agujas.
I'm really not sure what the plan... I have reservations. A cactus covered.
I'm keeping well away. Got a dreadful phobia of...
Doesn't that rather interfere with your work as a...
Not at all. I just close my eyes when I use them, that's all. It's very common fear, you know. Most of my...
Vale.
I don't really want to lug around an entire hosepipe if I don't have a re... From what I've read, this stuff might be useful. However, I once knew a chap who was killed after getting trapped in one of those.
Sí, la
Some
dejo
bumbles-
seguro.
A collection.
Oh, look, they have Sands of the Sea featuring periwinkle flan.
Ah, look at him here, the pride of the Admiralty. Ah, look at this, it's Gilfrey and Ethelbert on their wedding day. A splendid time was had by all.
Yes, terrible.
various works of fiction. These are most likely Ethelberters. Aristotle preferred his scientific tone.
Oh, Shakespeare.
A collection of books, nothing of any...
Aquí está Nico, ¿no?
Thank you for your time. A long metal axe. This seems very sturdy.
I say, Winklebottom, I bet Gilfrey liked this axe a lot. Because he's an axolot.
Yes.
Uf. Uf, qué chiste más malo.
This seems unlikely.
¿Por qué no me deja ver el mapa de la
I
isla?
have reserva-
Yo quiero ver el mapa, yo quiero ver el mapa.
This seems unlikely. This seems A relic of the Great Frog Wars. Gilfrey was...
I say, that axe is carrying...
A long metal axe. This seems...
I say, Winklebottom, because it...
Yes. Sorry, my friend. I'm rather afraid I've more...
There's just nothing you won't half-inch given the chance, is there?
Vale. Madre mía, ahora tengo... Lleva el principio y el hacha.
Now, let us have a look.
Just some paper.
Not inherently so, but
Best way, in my opinion.
one would hope that you at least...
Ay, señor, qué sueñito. A ver, vamos a ver para qué podemos necesitar el hacha. No creo que me deje romper esto.
No, I don't...
Si el pasillo. Lo que tengo es un sueñico. Para otros juegos, como son pausaditos, me da sueñito.
This wire is...
Bit suspect if...
Maybe if we can...
¿Eh?
This wire has been severed.
Bit suspect.
Maybe if we can find some replacement wire to bridge the gap.
Vale, vale, vale. Nada nuevo, ¿no? No.
That'll be all.
¿Y poder romper la puerta? ¿Me van a dejar romper la puerta o no me van a dejar romper la puerta?
No. No, I don't... From what I recall, this...
Oh, I do.
I rather imagine...
Well, yeah.
¿Sabes? Si en esta sala podemos hacer algo.
Now, this is interesting. Gilfrey was...
Oh, could you do that?
Oh yes, for a short while anyway. For longer periods,
vale.
he'd use a pressure suit. But you...
Then I could carry out an autopsy. Oh, I do like a good autopsy.
No sé si se desbloquean o realmente yo voy mal.
Let's give this a turn and see if we can...
Wait, we can't do this while the water pumps are turned on. We'd probably flood the house. Or, at the very least, I might get water in my tea.
Pero no podemos hacerlo con... Espera.
Let's give this a turn and see if we can't drain the system to get Gilfrey out of there.
Wait, we can't do this while the water pumps are turned on. We'd probably flood the house. Or, at the very least, I might get water in my tea.
The sign next to this light says, "Warning, do not open pressure valve when pump is powered."
Maybe just a slight turn.
No from pump.
Con la bomba de agua encendida.
This tube is part of the network of pipes Gilfrey used to get around the house.
Ingenious system, mind you.
Entonces hay que apagarla. ¿Cómo se apaga? Esa es otra pregunta. Estuche de monedas.
No. I'm really not sure.
A la doctora no. Vale, estuche de monedas. Esto es lo del libro este de allí.
Plants and whatnot.
Esto es lo de abajo, no creo que dé nueva información.
I wonder if I...
What is it?
Apparently, that's...
Maybe we could use...
Yo creo que esa parte ya está. Sobre.
This is the most.
I'm not sure it's quite at the top of my... I know I can carry a lot of things, but I draw...
Vale, vamos a ir por los tubos, a ver si podemos quitarlos, a ver. Quiera los tubos.
This seems
No. A ver, aquí había el tubo. Mister, me tengo que ir, que como con la familia y ya han llegado. Pues nada, cuídate mucho, Viana, muchas gracias, que aproveche la comida y como siempre, a cuidarse mucho, mucho, mucho. Mucho ánimo con todo. Y disfruta de los Bridgerton. Te viene el libro de la tercera temporada antes de que empiece. A ver si luego está hecho de manera fidedigna con el libro. Y eso, y cuídate mucho. Cuídate mucho, hombre. También del resfriado. Como siempre, gracias por pasarte. Esto se va a tener que robar.
This tube is part of the network of pipes Guilford...
Ingenious system.
Igual tengo que ir al baño para drenar el agua. Si no, tendré que ir al baño, ¿no? Yo iría al baño.
Part of Guilford's pipe network. This one must have allowed...
Looks like great fun. We'll be better with them.
Pero cómo se...
Just a swift pull and...
Isn't modern science when...
Vale, por aquí no es. En la cocina no había tubo, creo.
Just a...
Ugh, plastic thing won't stay open.
I'd really rather not. No. I can't get this into the gap to wedge open the door. Need something smaller. No, I don't think this... I'm really not sure what the... No. This seems... I can't get this into the gap to wedge open the door. Need something smaller.
Por los alambres,
I'm really
tío.
not sure what... I have read... No, I don't...
No se aclara el juego a veces, ¿eh?
This door appears to be locked.
Yes, quite so.
Hay aquí un poco de
I'd really rather...
ganzúa. No le va la ganzúa al tipo este. Habitación de servicio. Pero es que aquí tampoco hay tubos, tío.
Ugh, this bed...
Looks like some kind of slime or mucus.
Tengo que vaciarlo.
Nothing to be done for the poor fellow until we can drain the water, I fear.
We shall have to get him out of there if I'm to do an autopsy. I'm very well...
This tube is part of the network...
Ingenious system, mind you.
I don't really want to lug around in it. No, I don't think...
La verdad que vaciar el tanque, pero ¿cómo lo vaciamos? No estoy yo últimamente muy...
A collection of gramophones.
Oh look, they have sounds of the sea.
One of those newfangled gramophones.
Modern technology is...
I can't remove this trumpet, it's held in place. I'd really rather not. This is too big to remove the small... I'd really rather...
I say, Winklebottom, I wonder if these chaps know it.
You could ask, but I doubt they'd hear. An award from... One of those newfangled...
Modern technology.
I can't remove this trumpet, it's held in... The gramophone's trumpet. This amplifies the sound from the record.
Vale, servía para la señora. Para el oído de la señora serviría. ¿Para qué dice usted, niño? Para ella no serviría. Uf.
This painting is...
Cuadros.
I'm not going to open these, it'll let a
Para eso, ábrela para eso.
large double windows look...
Not exactly the...
Dame Sealy's haberdashery bag. Knitting... There's nothing left to eat in this farm.
You're addicted, man.
A long round...
Don't go sticking your head in there again. Wouldn't want to get stuck.
Thank you for your time. If I turn the hand...
Gone. I say, Winklebottom, that...
¿Qué chiste más malo?
I think
I suppose when you think...
this chap is beyond... Ugh, this bed...
Looks like some kind of slug.
Es que tiene aquí muy poca cosita que ver, tío. Es lo que me extraña.
I'd really rather not.
está costando bastante averiguar qué tengo que hacer, ¿eh? Aquí sigue lloviendo.
It's no good, we won't. A key-shaped hole filled with sap from a plant.
We do live a strange life with...
No.
Madre mía. A ver, espera un momento. Ya he volvido. ¿Qué vamos a dejarlo ya por aquí? Me está doliendo la cabeza. Y estoy bastante perdidillo, ¿eh?
A nice hot fire. No, I don't think I'd really rather. This seems unlikely to be.
Ay. Salud.
Let's take the.
You must be flummoxed if you
Joder,
think we're
macho.
gonna be in this black...
Por fin me deja cogerlo, señor.
This is the most...
I'm not sure.
Es que antes no me dejaba cogerlo, creo yo. Luego lo miraré. Vale. Vale.
This is too big to remove. No.
Vale, pues entonces esto para la trampilla. No, esto no era, mierda. Hostia, pero está viendo la cabeza de verdad,
This might do the job if I hold the door open with one hoof and try. Yes, I think that's going to keep the door open. Right, with this door held open, I can just.
Bien, yuju.
Well, that was a tight squeeze. I can't really do much down here, but I can have a look around at least.
Sosa cáustica.
This switch seems to be connected to the pump system that drives water through.
Bueno, aquí tenemos el combo total.
Alas, I cannot reach the switch from this. I have No, I don't think this is right. This is a bottle of lye, an alkali.
Un alcalí, que eso se va a limpiar eso. Porque es un alcalino térreo.
This is a dangerous substance. I don't especially want to pick it up with my... This system must feed water into the rest of the house. The taps, good for his pipe network, the orangery and so on.
Parece que le han puesto mucha sal, Parece que le han...
Looks like there are some bags over yonder, but I can't tell what's inside them.
¿Cuál es la causa de la muerte,
Looks like there are some bags over yonder. I have reservation. This switch seems to be connected to the pump system that drives... Alas, I cannot reach the switch from this undignified position. We'll need to get into the room.
Vale.
This seemed unlike...
Vale, pues esto ya está. Bien, hemos progresado, bien. Bien, a ese que es lo que hay que hacer, bien. Bien.
It's no good, we won't get anywhere in this weather. We'll have to wait... Let's put this alkaline to this...
Yeah, let me do it. This needs the steady... Oh dear, well, it'll...
There's a mixture of sap and alkali in this hole now. If the book we read is to be believed, it just needs heat.
Shame it's so bloody freezing.
Ahora más lo trajo todo, Para conseguir la maldita llave.
Let me try and apply heat from this lamp to the resin mitt.
Can't see anything happening.
Give it time, Crumple.
Can we go now?
You know, Crumple, I rather think we can. Look, the resin is set solid, just like the book said.
Oh yes, no, never doubted it for a moment. Looks like we now have a copy of the key that was dropped.
Now to find what is the key.
Bien. Vámonos. Arriba. Arriba. Está aquí.
Blast it, this key won't fit the lock.
Abajo. Cocina. Diantres.
Maybe this key we made will fit the lock on the cellar door.
By
Sí o no?
Jove, it works. Well done, Winklebottom.
Oh, unfortunately it snapped off in the lock. I suppose the resin wasn't really strong enough. Still got the door.
Es importante. Vámonos. Vámonos. Buena, buena, buena.
I suppose they...
Foolish, if you ask me.
I suppose they must keep a few cooking...
Foolish, if you ask me.
This system must feed water into the rest of the house. The tap...
Vale, perfecto. Vamos para el suministro. Ahora vamos a ir arriba. Mira, estamos progresando ahora. Ahora hemos cogido carrerilla.
Let's give this a turn and see... it's no use. The wheel...
Bound to be some oil or grease around the place.
La madre que le trajo al juego. Quitar la mantequilla.
I can hardly pick this up with my bare...
Well, what about your mate?
That's a disgust...
Que me va a dejar coger la toalla.
This might...
Absolutely.
No.
From what I recall,
Why do people insist on...
I rather remember...
Well, yes, I suppose...
Let's give this a turn and see if we can't drain this... It's no use. The wheel is completely seized up. We'll need to lubricate it somehow.
Bound to be some oil or grease around the place somewhere.
Thank you, miss.
No creo que es un momento para dejarlo porque tengo un hambre canino.
No. I know I can carry a...
La mantequilla, necesitamos algo para impregnarlo.
That'll be... Nothing to be done for the poor fellow until we can...
We shall have to get him out of there if I'm to do an autopsy.
Thank you for your time. A collection of grammar...
Oh look, they have sands of the sea.
I really am... I don't really want... I can't remove this trumpet, it's held in place. I can hardly pick this up with my bare hoof.
Well, what about your mane?
That's a disgust. I'd really rather not. I'm really not sure. This system must feed water.
Por aquí no hay nada más.
This switch seems to be connected to the pump system that drives water through. This system must feed water into the rest of the house. The taps give... This seems... No, I don't...
Se cojo el frasco ahora ese, el jarrón. Ahora se puedo coger el jarrón.
It's open now, so I should be able to look in... There's really nothing...
¿Puedo coger al jarrón este de aquí? Tendría que dejar cogerlo.
There's nothing left to eat.
You're addicted.
Bueno, vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Ya tengo mucho hambre y...
A long round glass vase. It's
Y no vamos a
crystal
progresar aquí
Stick
porque
it
no,
in
ya te digo
there,
yo que
you
no.
wouldn't want to get stuck.
Nos vamos a quedar ahí donde estábamos, así que para no avanzar mejor lo dejamos y ya está. Estoy en la cabeza, hoy siento que estoy oxidado.
clear. Thank you.
Nos hago para destornillar lo otro. Este hombre que nunca llega. Yo sé que igual el jarrón estamos para el otro. Ahí no podemos hacer nada.
Mr. Wa-
Is he drunk?
I think he...
Fella's gone crackers.
I should never.
Seems like he's del...
Así que nada, vamos a dejarlo por aquí, vamos a guardar la partidita. Y próximo día más y mejor. Ya lo he dicho, estoy algo oxidado y me duele la cabeza y tengo hambre y estoy falto de energía, así que nada. Lo he hecho, gracias a bien, ya se va a pasarse por el directito, al que se haya pasado también no haya comentado y al que se pase por diferido, así que nada. El juego está muy guay, pero hoy me he sentido muy tonto. Así que... Ojo, porque es que hay que ir como volviendo a los sitios para ver qué cosas se han desbloqueado y eso es un poco más lío, ¿no? Pero bueno. Ya sí se la hemos contado, así que nada, lo he dicho. A cuidarse y a pasar buen resto de domingo. Un abrazo y os saco una foto sin querer. Lo de siempre.